this tour that's coming up for them is going to be pretty monumental in having attention paid on them. And and then the record's coming out after that. So I think the pieces are in place for them to do really well.
But the band's taking me all over the place, and that's what I love about being in the band. Just tons of new experiences all the time. There's always something new on the horizon, always something to look forward to, between creating and writing and setting new projects in motion and getting things going and just seeing new places and meeting new people and just new things all the time. And when you're touring, you're getting yourself into like real live situations. You're not on like a tourist kind of. You're not going to an all-inclusive
awesome way
club
to travel.
in Cuba or something. You're going into like real deal situations and meeting people involved in actual scenes and things that are actually going on in those respective cities and places. So you're involved in the actual culture of the areas, which is really, really cool. You're not just kind of a fly on the wall looking at stuff from the outside. So yeah, being in a band, definitely. Way more pros than cons. I mean, for sure. I couldn't imagine not doing it,
Always maybe a bit stressful, but always really busy.
Equal parts stressed and excited. Sure, it's gonna be a good one though. I know it. It's just always kind of difficult getting out of town and getting on the road, but it's all gonna work out. It's gonna be great.
How's Sudbury gonna be tonight?
Really good. I think it's gonna be a really strong start to the tour.
So you've obviously toured Canada before. You have your kind of go-to places.
Yeah.
So where so far has been, for example, the venue with the weirdest legend?
Ooh, the Townhouse,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, the Townhouse in Sudbury, which is something of a mainstay in the Canadian touring circuit. And yeah, it's a great room, and like great people work there that we've known for many years now. And legend has it that downstairs, where the bands often stay, that it's haunted, because it used to be a brothel, and so there's a lady of the night that is haunting the basement. And then the other legend is that it's sort of now got like a sort of bad-looking wood paneling going on in the basement, and underneath one of these panels is like Stompin' Tom Connors.
Stompin' Tom Connors is underneath one of these bands.
That is not true.
He apparently wrote the lyrics to Sudbury Saturday Night, like on the wall somewhere in this basement.
And you guys didn't start peeling back the paneling?
We want to, but maybe
it might reveal like crazy bugs and stuff down there.
Yeah, I don't think you want to peel that back at all.
Sorry, Townhouse. We love the Townhouse. Ultimately, we have a great time.
That was my bad suggestion. Bad suggestion. Sorry.
We've never seen it or heard anything, but.
Yeah. But we've met bands and toured with bands that have, and we've
stories out there. Yeah.
Okay.
There are stories.
And
No Ladies of the Night, there was the clown with the teeth. Alright, here's another song.
that's what I find really interesting about touring is you do see, like, I don't know, like growing up in Southern Ontario, it's a bit of a bubble, and you don't really know what the country's like until you drive across it, I think. And you kind of see all these social issues that exist all across the country, and like the fact that people would have to squat in like an abandoned building on the side of the Trans-Canada Highway is pretty depressing. And it's something that you don't really think about growing up in, like, along the 401 here. Yeah. That was interesting. I mean, that whole place was quite eerie.
Get a
And
weird
like,
feeling
I felt
from it.
pretty like depressed in there because it just seemed like there was like,
There were definitely squatters.
There's
Yeah.
evidence of people
and like evidence of like
living
kids that had to squat there, and like that's like there was like coloring books and
there.
stuff.
Yeah, it was quite
Which is
sad.
pretty depressing.
But and at the same time, that house is like, it's that fascination of having to look at that stuff. It's interesting to look at it, as sobering and depressing as it is.
Yeah.
There's kind of the fascination of trying to figure out who was
went
there,
down.
what happened to that
Yeah.
place, or who has been in there since it fell apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn around, you look down. It's a lot of nothing, but it's a lot of nothing in a while. So shine your shoes, prepare to lose. I know you're going somewhere, you don't know where it is you're going to. You'd say it's going well, but you don't know. You'd say it's funny, but you really don't think so. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. You walk away, you're still the same, and you're always quiet, and there's something that you mean to say. The fireflies are out tonight, and your eyes are burning above the cigarette light. You'd say it's going well, but you don't know. You'd say it's funny, but you really don't think so. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Your head's in your hands and you want to go home. Your head's in your hands and you want to go home.
Let's go into it right here.
Say it's going well, but you don't know. You say it's funny, but you really don't think so. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh.
Cool.
Sweet.
Take was really good.
Hey, sorry. Can you hear me all right? Is it too loud or? Great. And we just pulled into town and I don't know if you can hear the rack in the background, but that's just Hollerado sound checking, so just getting underway. Yeah, we started on Wednesday in Sudbury, so this is day 3. Absolutely, yeah. It's three pretty energetic live acts, I'd say. So it kind of really motivates you and inspires you to do the best you can night after night, which is ideal. Yeah, yeah, it's a healthy competition. I think that if you're in a band that plays like really, really aggressive music, or really in-your-face sounding music, it can be a little confrontational for an audience that might not know you. And I think with touring with Hollerado, we're playing to people who are fans of theirs and who might not have heard of us. So it's to play that lighter stuff that's a little more engaging. I think that it goes over a lot better than some of the like just in-your-face rock and roll stuff that we can sometimes do at shows.
We got pulled over just at like a random kind of spot check thing,
yeah.
and the guy was like, "Do you have any like alcohol in here?" And I was like, I remember I had a tiny bit of like this rum, and I was like, "Yeah, we have a bit of rum. I think we got a couple of beers back here." And he's like, "So if I search this van, I'm not gonna find anything that I don't want to see." And we're like, "No, absolutely not." Then he went back to the like into his cruiser, and he's just doing whatever he's doing, probably checking our registration. We're like, "Holy shit, we have like 3 cases of red wine."
Our own unlicensed red wine
that we're like driving across the country.
Borders. Yeah, you can't. Apparently, you can't take wine that's not licensed
Because it's a provincial.
We only learned that once we got to Vancouver, so
Yeah,
I
they could've
know
screwed us
negligence isn't something that gets you out of breaking the law, but
Yeah, we were totally naive to the
We
law.
would have pled that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Ignorance
got
all
away.
the
We
way.
stuck to our story.
So how did this idea kind of come about?
I think it actually started a couple years ago on tour. We used to stay with lots of friends along the way as we tour and just crash at their houses. And more often than not, we would go out and buy them a bottle of wine as a thank you present. And that still is a lot more affordable than us staying at a seedy motel. So yeah, I think it started as a joke about making our own wine as a thank you wine. And then we made the wine recently and thought, it actually tastes pretty good. We might as well try to get it out there.
I should mention I'm talking to Noah, Aaron, and John, who is the major force behind the winemaking though? Like who was the person who bought the kit and lugged around all the stuff and figured it all out?
Well, we worked with a company in Hamilton, so it was sort of like, it was the three of us.
Process.
It's a
Yeah,
secret
we can't
process.
talk too much about that.
Too much about it.
It's top secret.
Of course.
Young rival secret. Yeah.
The young rival, and the Wildcat references the Wildcats, I assume. The Hamilton.
No, it's the Tiger Cats actually.
Oh, sorry, Hamilton.
Like the wine is still something that we really want to incorporate. Like it was just something we've done on our own, and that we're like independently kind of putting out there. But like we really want to team up with a winery or like a whiskey distillery or something booze oriented. People might not pay like $10 or $15 for an album, but they'll gladly pay that for a bottle of wine. So we'll do like a QR code and give away the album or something.
Is that a sad thing though?
Oh yeah, it sucks. I mean the way that the whole business.
But
works,
that's like, you know,
it's just
when
You embrace
the way
it though,
is.
and you find, I think, new creative ways to embrace it. It's not like we're not anti MP3s. It's the best thing that's happened. Financially for bands, it's terrible. There's no doubt about that. So it does, like people that think that bands are completely immune, if you like, you don't have to support them. It helps. You don't have to. Bands will always be around. It can affect indie bands, I think. Like it means a lot if a fan comes to one of our shows and buys an album or buys a T-shirt. That to a band like us, like that is direct support while we're on the road.
Winnipeg on a Saturday night. No place I'd rather be. We are Young Rival, and we're gonna carry on by playing some rock and roll songs. Look at this. This is great. Thanks for coming up to the front. Here we go.
Yeah, it's strange. Like CDs are just like on the way out. They're just like
We're not even doing.
We're not
CD
making
for any
CDs
album.
for.
We're actually,
for records.
and we're,
Because it's just
Yeah.
like you look at it and it's like it is like the current medium, really, but it's not at all. Like I look at a CD, I'm just like, this is an archaic looking. Like it looks like just from
we've also-
years gone by. It looks so old and like ridiculous. And so to actually go and make thousands of CDs and try to push CDs on people who can get it online and get it for free, or you know, it's like I think it comes down to people who collect and like music and want to have something physical. They're going to want the vinyl, and otherwise it's like you can get it online, you know, and you can get it on your iPod. You don't need to rip it off the CD or whatever. It's like,
we've been in discussions with the label to put out the album as a free download for at least a limited period of time around when it comes out.
Yeah, like now
Yeah.
it's just about extending the name of your band. It's not about trying to turn that stuff into money. It's just having a presence. So if like our album leaks and it's on a ton of hard drives, that inevitably will help us.
Yeah.
It'll sell concert tickets. It'll like, there's ways to kind of like monetize that, but you just can't even, it's so old-fashioned and ridiculous to try to hold on to this idea that people are going to buy physical units. Like, it's so outdated. You got to start thinking way more creatively.
Yeah, I think it's better to have people in rooms for shows across the country than it is to try to sell physicals.
That's a big challenge in Canada, and that's, I guess, part of building a band in Canada, or a touring band, is just being on the road constantly, which is obviously hard to do because you don't make any money when you're on the road for the first long while, I guess.
The geography makes it really difficult, but I think sort of the small sense of community that I think Canada has, in that it's like a country that doesn't have a huge population, I think that helps in some ways. Because I think if you were to compare it to some of those like the States, where it's just like so massive population-wise, I think you might feel a little bit more disconnected between different areas of the country.
Oh yeah, and I think it's only going to be more difficult. Like, I've been thinking about what will touring look like in 5 years. Like, when gas, because gas is expensive now, but it's still manageable. But like, there will be a day where it will be
it's gonna go through the
insane,
roof.
and like, you just literally can't tour. So yeah, I'm wondering about that. But yeah, it's difficult, but it's just something it's what you do.
We'll be touring Hamilton a lot then.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll do more local tours,
Weekend
bicycle tours.
Bike tours.
Some excess merch box and some duct tape. The weird thing was that, well, not weird, not that I totally believe it, but we had a psychic tell us about a year and a half ago that our van would be broken into. Really? If you believe psychic tea reading.
Either somebody tried to break into it last night, or it was the rock fight that we had right in front of the van with Hollerado. I'm leaning towards rock fight right now, strictly because Noah said he saw some sketchy guy in the parking lot. He said like he just looked like a dude, like a regular guy or whatever. But I don't know. Considering we did have a fucking rock fight right in front of it, I think it was the rock fight. I don't know who does windows for back windows for Dodge Caravans. We can't be rolling like this. We're gonna have to get this actually settled up somewhere.
I'll teach you how to break me. Emptiness and dark await me. Oh, sister, don't you know me? Can't you see I'm drowning slowly? Oh, brother, where'd you go? Off to someplace beautiful.
We played a show in Medicine Hat, and there was this guy there, this like super young kid who's like a folk singer, right? I don't remember his name, but I think on stage he made a comment about, I just drove through this really interesting place or something, or somehow we found out through him, I remember.
Yeah, he just
and then
mentioned the name.
Yeah, the next day we were driving and we saw that kind of, that sign, Old Geo's.
We just happened to stop for gas.
Show.
And then
Yeah, and they were like, that's that place.
yeah,
We're
let's
like, and we had a
go
bit of
find-
time, so we decided to pop in. And then I remember we pulled in, and then we didn't know, like, because when you go in, you're just confronted with this really cool looking old mansion or something. And
we thought, just to clarify, that it was an antique store.
Yeah.
So we're like, let's go
We had
kill
no
some time at
idea
an
what this
antique
was.
store for 20 minutes.
and then he like came out, and he's so charismatic. He's got such a big personality.
Okay, well, I'll show you quick, like, we're gonna have a rainstorm.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you want to try, do something first, or does it look like it'll rain? We got a few minutes to spare. But anyway.
You tell me about the prairie weather. You know it better than we do.
Well, I hope it goes by. Yeah. But anyway, come follow me. I got something else to show you guys.
Really? You know, he wouldn't have us not take a tour of the place.
Yeah.
So he gave us the like express visit, which still took
an hour.
an hour.
Yeah. The quick run through took.
Yeah, it was wild. I thought it was so cool.
And you gave me lots of warnings.
Good,
for
okay.
it. And so we just finished getting things kind of cleaned up.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. And in fact, it was kind of a mess in some places. But come on in. I got to show you something else.
All right. So things have been good?
Huh?
You been good the last couple of years?
Oh yeah. Well,
Are you adding to the group?
This is gonna blow your mind.
In July and August, but anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway, step in and see what I did. Push on the door.
Whoa! Whoa!
Amazing. Wow.
This was
Incredible.
So this is what I made.
You've outdone yourself.
This is amazing.
3 winters ago.
Really?
All out of garbage. Yeah, this is all out of garbage, eh?
How long did you spend on this one building?
About 4 months.
Wow.
I spent on it. And so, in fact, I was just doing a last minute check here, and
That place is amazing.
That's still
like
to this day the coolest spot in Canada that we've stopped at.
Yeah, hands
And
down.
For me, it's like
It's absolutely fascinating. Like I have no idea why there hasn't been some huge like CBC production held there, or like just some sort of like story made of that man. It's so bizarre, like really interesting.
I want to know what his story is.
Yeah.
He's definitely got one.
Yeah.
this is a He-Man's bar. You drank at the bar, and you peed in the trough.
It's hard to get like beneath the surface with them.
Yeah.
I'd love to stay there for a night and just hang out.
Would you?
Try to.
Hanging out in
one of those hunter cabins.
You could take a hunter cabin.
to go for a night.
Yeah.
When he took us on the tour, he led us in the front of this prairie cabin, and then he was like, "Hang on a second here. I'm gonna shut the door behind us, and then I'm gonna come out on the other
Just
side."
keep walking.
And so there was a moment where we were all locked inside this old wooden prairie cabin.
It just sounds great. I like it.
I think
The dusty bar of light coming through the door.
Yeah, one of the guys just said, "I think he's about to pour gasoline on the shed. Like, this is the end. This is where it ends." But he didn't. He was the nicest guy. He let us out the other end. So
just a total sweetheart.
Yeah.
Oh,
You should come here every month and still be blown away.
yeah. It's pretty awesome. It's also kind of sad. Like you said it was last time. Oh, I can't wait. I want to have a concert here one day, and I'm going to call up everybody that. I mean, I don't know who lives around there. It's in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, if you guys want to, you can drive your vehicles down here.
Oh yeah.
And then set up whatever you want.
But it was cool to finally go back and actually at least put on a couple songs for him.
Yeah.
Can I use this?
Yeah. You,
Just lightly tap it.
yeah.
Is that okay? Okay.
Yeah.
No, always struggles with the acoustic performance. He just doesn't know what to do. We don't know what to do with him either. It's like, what are you gonna do?
Okay.
You sure that's okay?
Sure. Okay. Then look where we go. Have fun.
I'd like to see you and know you well. I'd like to see you in the hotel. I'd like to see you when the sun goes down. I'd like to be with you when you're around. So tell me what you want if you want to, even though it's not the time or the place to. I'm not trying to forget you, Valerie. I'm not trying to forget you, won't you come with me? Seasons change and they come to an end. I just can't wait for it to be summer again. There's nothing blowing out here in the wind. It's time I pack my bags and leave again. So tell me what you want if you want to, even though it's not the time or the place to. I'm not trying to forget you, Valerie. mister. I'm not trying to forget you, Valerie. I'm not trying to forget you, won't you come with me? I'm not trying to forget you, Valerie. I'm not trying to forget you, Valerie.
Alright.
Nice violin.
Yeah, just a jig.
Well, that was a different way. I mean, it is kind of neat. Like, that is one thing that's pretty cool about being in a band. Not that that's like something we're most proud of, but like
the one cool thing.
But you just get to do some super weird stuff.
And
like,
get
I might
away
have
with
just
it.
driven by that. If I was on like a road trip with people or something, I'd probably just drive by that and be like, look at that hilarious dinosaur there. But
and people are instantly okay with doing anything as soon as you stay over in a band. Oh,
in a
okay,
band
cool.
and we're recording
Right on,
this, they're
guys.
like, oh, that's really neat.
I like what's
I
happening
can't
right now.
wait to play a song inside the mouth of a giant T-Rex.
It looks filthy up there, eh?
Oh yeah.
Should we bring a giant toothbrush with us to help them out?
Look at the face. It's a weird fucking face. Not worth $10.
Yeah, they're just painting the stairs, so we might not be able to get in. Came all this way, man.
I don't know.
This thing's huge.
God, it's never. I thought like we would have been there 3 staircases ago.
Okay. Oh man, it's tiny. Tiny mouth. Oh, that's really neat.
Because if we were just a bunch of guys our age saying, hey, can we lug up a bunch of gear and play some songs in your dinosaur? They think we were insane. You're in a band. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Come on up, guys.
Yeah, being in a band legitimizes like so many
much
hilarious things.
behavior.
music's just, it's got their own sound. Like they really have like, it's almost kind of like a bit vintage, like maybe like late 50s or something like that. It's got kind of this poppy edge as well, but it's really good, man. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's something different, and it's tasty. It's good.
There's so many different kind of elements that make up what kind of song I guess you would classify a band to write, and Young Rival have really kind of surpassed fitting into pop or rock or country or alt country or whatever the genre might be, and I think that's going to really play it well for them.
Those are my favorite tours, touring with them, because they're so funny and they're so easy to get along with. And often, both those tours, we all were in one van, so we toured as if we were one band, almost like same hotels, same everything, same everything.
Like it's what's interesting. It's like business travel, but like you're not like, I think a lot of like corporate business travel would be like, yeah, I got a meeting in Toronto, but really you're in Mississauga at some like horrible place off the 401. For us, it's like our business travel takes us into like super cool areas in major cities, and we're surrounded by people that have similar interests and can tell us what, like, you just discover really interesting things about the places you go, and the good breakfast spots, the good place to buy clothes, the cool record shops, all that stuff, which is a totally unique kind of perspective to have on Canada. And it's funny, like even when I've traveled back to places but not been on tour, like I was in Calgary with my girlfriend a couple months ago. It's like I know cool places to go and show her. That it makes no sense like that I would know these places if I wasn't in a band and hadn't kind of been shown these places independently.
Man About Town.
Man About Town. Yeah.
And a drummer. Wonder Bar was one of the more memorable and fun shows on that tour, I think.
Yeah,
and partly
cool.
because of the great treatment and the kind of folks that were running that place.
That were there.
Oh yeah, that was amazing. That guy Craig is just the man. So that was this tiny place, and I don't know who charmed the pants off the owner, who is a great guy. Craig Martell, I think is his name. Wonder Bar in Edmonton, and they basically gave us free reign on the aged bourbon and scotch. And yeah, that was a good time.
This next song's for Hollerado!
Oh,
there's a lot of great music happening in Canada right now. I think it's just like important for everybody to work hard and like make that matter internationally, especially. It's kind of cool to be a part of that.
The thing about the music business is that it's hard to predict, you know. I think the one thing I've learned is that there's a lot more talent than there are opportunities. So yeah, as long as you're worried about just being excellent, then that's all you can do, and then the success will find you. So, and they're excellent, so success should find them. And they've already done, 10 years worth of, amazing music and being a live band and working really hard. So that in itself, I think, is a huge accomplishment, and they should be commended for it.
They're doing something that's just like this type of music they like, and they're making their own spin on it. I feel like strongly about that because they're catchy tunes, but they're not, trying to be catchy, or they're like, their choices musically are not predictable in some senses, and I think that's really cool about their music and like their chord choices and stuff. Like a lot of the chords are like kind of more darker chords, but they still have like a energetic side to them. So I think it's like the contrast in the music is what really attracts me to it as well.
I think there's different kinds of bands. Some bands really try to do what they think is cool in the moment, and we've just always done what we feel is right between the three of us.
Yeah.
And we don't really care what else is going on in the world of music or the scenes that are happening. It's just the music we make as three people is probably unique for that reason. It's just we're not trying to be something that we're not.
Yeah, and that's always been a thing with us. We've never chased any trends that are going on. It's always just been like, our tunes are our tunes. At whatever time it is that we happen to be writing them, it's always where we're at and what we're doing and what we want to be doing and what we're putting out. And we're not trying to cater to any specific like music market trend or anything that we figure like if we do something like this, then maybe this will kind of give us an edge and get us to this, involved with this particular scene or crowd of people. It's just, we've just always done what we do. So I find that people who latch onto our band and who like what we do, and they like us even that much more for that reason.
We are putting our new wine labels on our new wine. Young Rival Wildcat wine. It's a good time. Guaranteed good time. You want to grab one?
Everyone had one.
You have a good work environment. That's what that means.
Thanks for tuning into Lanarama on CBC Radio 3. Today, I'm very excited because Hamilton's Young Rival are here. They're now halfway through their Canadian tour, one that has so far seen them play with Broken Social Scene, Hollerado, and Wildlife. And in addition to playing some new songs on this tour, they're also toting some new merch, bottles of their very own wine. Gentlemen, thanks for coming in.
Not a problem at all.
Thanks for having us.
So what's the story behind the Wildcat?
We when we did a couple shows with Islands a few years ago, and there was a rapper who was opening for them, and his name is Subtitle, and we got on really well with him, and he was I remember like we just finished playing our set one night and we walked off stage and he was like, "Man, you guys are wild. You like that Wildcat rock and roll." So ever since that, like we were like, "Okay, we're Wildcat rock and roll." That's
Yeah,
what
which
we're calling
is
it.
a good description of what we do, so
Yeah.
we just kept it.
That is Hollerado on CBC Radio 3 with Got to Lose, also some Young Rival and The Ocean. Both of those bands playing tonight at a venue in Vancouver down on Granville Street. And if you're not in Vancouver, don't worry. There are still many chances for you to check out Young Rival and Hollerado in the next few weeks. And I am joined by Noah, Aaron, and John from Young Rival. We are now drinking wine in the studio.
Drinking wine in the studio.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Canada.
Yeah.
And I will let you. I'm going to say this is a sweet wine.
Sweet berry wine.
We've described it as kind of grapey.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm not a sommelier, obviously, but gentlemen.
I don't think any of us are, but I think grapey is
Grapey
a word
light.
that was thrown out the other
Grapey
day.
light and sweet.
Yeah, those words all work. And wild.
And wild.
And before we go, there's actually, we'll come back and talk about the new recording in just a bit, but I do want to talk about the postcards. You have a stack of postcards here in the studio to a lot of ladies and a few gentlemen. You are writing personal postcards to your fans.
Yes.
Where did this idea come from? And you've got your own nice brand of postcard as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Well, we had initially planned on having making unique postcards, but then it was a really great response, which was quite flattering, and it very quickly became sort of unrealistic to hand make a card. So we're personalizing the messages, but yeah,
Just another way to really engage
community.
people. We thought, really get people together and show them we appreciate their support. And
Now, where is the farthest destination you have written to? That's not a proper sentence. But you know what I mean.
Chile,
or in the UK,
Belgium.
Yeah, one from Belgium.
We got Mexico,
Germany.
Nothing from the Far East. If anybody online right now is listening from anywhere in the Far East in Japan or anywhere across Asia, that'd be pretty cool to send them there.
No matter what we do, we can't make a dent in the Far East. We've tried everything, so we're working on it.
And if people still want postcards, they can still email you their address, correct?
Totally, yeah.
All right, all the information is on the Young Rival site. One more Young Rival track, and then we'll come back and talk about new music from this fine Hamilton band, who is obviously very multi-talented. Now on to Young Rival's Modern Life.
Right on. We got her. We got her. Alright. So how you guys doing? You alright? Fucking right. Alright, we're Young Rival from Hamilton, Ontario. We're gonna play some rock and roll music for you. It goes a little something like this.
A major.
D major.
Yeah.
C sharp minor. B minor.
Yeah.
And back up to E major.
Yeah.
D major.
Yeah.
C sharp minor. And B minor.
Okay.
B minor. And then it goes back to this part, but it's got this thing on it. I don't know what that is. They could probably, if they wanted to do something with that, that'd be cool if somebody picked that up.
And that's on the what?
That's on, it's an A major, but it's got that little guy on it. I don't know what that would be. D major.
D major. Okay. And that's it? So go through that one.
Oh wait, D major with this guy.
Yeah, that looks. Oh man, we need to have some sleep.
Oh, I gotta sleep.
Hey everybody, hi! Hey everybody! Alright. Thank you all for sticking around. This is an open invite to come on up. You guys in the back, I'd love to have you up front here. I know the table system is really instructing rock and roll, so why don't you come on up here and join us? We've got a Young Rival from Hamilton, Ontario. We're going to play some rock and roll music for you. And hopefully the people who are enjoying the seating system will eventually come up here and enjoy the standing system, the other system that is involved in the music industry. It's two different systems. So hopefully you like the standing. Hamilton, there you go, alright. Alright! Let's rock and roll music.
great time tonight, guys. We're very happy to be here.
Goddamn impossible way of life, really. You've got to. The ironic thing is that, really, even when you get to a point that people are starting to come to shows and you're getting shows, you know, it gets to a point where you're just away all the time. So even if you have, you know, a lot of Canadian musicians who have enough money to pay for an apartment or any kind of at all fun or comfortable lifestyle, they have to abandon that at least half the time to go on the road and go record and shoot videos and do interviews and whatever. So it's, I mean, I guess it's the same thing as any other line of work. I mean, what's easy, really, you know? I think certain people are kind of built for it and certain people aren't. I'm not exactly sure where I fall into either category, but I think the most important thing, and going back to Young Rival, the most important thing while you're on those long tours is that the members of the band get along with each other on a day-to-day, but even more than that, have the comfortability with each other to be able to bring up any sort of, you know, problems that they're having, whether it be with their other relationships. I mean, the bottom line, I think, is just having your bandmates to rely on, you know, rather than worrying about each other, actually being a core group of people who are your support group, who are your family. And I mean, I don't think it's presumptuous to say that Young Rival definitely has that. Those guys, they seem super tight, and, you know, just knowing the three of them as friends, they're all such great guys. I can't see them being anything but utterly supportive of each other. And I mean, I feel blessed to have that in our band, and I'm sure they feel the same way.
it's a very addictive thing.
Yeah, and you never
Once you-
know where it's gonna go.
That's the thing. I think it's the unknown too. It's like you have a good
Yeah.
time and you enjoy the moment and the good moments while they happen. But I think what keeps you going is you don't know what opportunities might come the next day, and lots of really cool things do come your way if you kind of hang in there through thick and through thin.
Yeah, it's like it's building a career. Like you just do what you have to do, and it's really, you get like the most unique experiences and like really interesting kind of views of life all over the place. And like personally, it's the only thing I can think of doing that I feel like I can really dream about. Like it's still, when we come up with something or we have a new record, it's like you feel like infinite. You just can't wait to see what's gonna happen.
And there's nothing else in my life that I could want to have that I think I would have that feeling, that same feeling towards. I'd never been to a distillery like that, and I didn't even think that a place in Vancouver Island would be known for whiskey. And the sad part is we didn't even get to try the whiskey that they had because it wasn't going to be ready for like 5 years. But
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, we never really done anything like that. He was a real character, that guy. He was like brought us in and just gave us shots.
Feel good?
Feels good.
Feel happy?
Yeah, real happy.
Good. That's so important to me, eh?
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't want to like enter my chamber of chaos and stuff with a bad feeling.
Yeah, sure. No.
Yeah. Everybody good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Go. Oh wow.
Now breathe.
That's gorgeous. Wow. Smell that?
It was beautiful. It was like one of the more beautiful buildings and like scenery.
Yeah, it was really
we've
nice.
seen.
I don't know, it's weird,
I like
man.
to
think of that guy. To me, I've tried to retell that story to other people, and I've described him as the Willy Wonka of the liquor world. He was a pretty cool guy. He was out
he's
there.
really interesting. Yeah.
Not the bubblegum stuff that everybody here forever and always. It'll be like just the heart of it, eh? And when she comes down to about 65%, 66%, 64%, you'll be like, shut her down, shut her down. It's like, I just want the heart. And it's only a little bit, eh? But it's great. It's not big, it's small.
Yeah.
It's actually just this much. And we'll take that, and we'll put it away and we'll put it in a barrel.
Wait for the night time to come.
50.
We made our own red wine. So we've been
Yeah,
doing it out.
it's sort of been a bit of a gag, but it's actually not bad. So try it out, man.
Dad and I'll have it tonight, eh?
Right on, right on. And here's a couple
Thanks.
CDs for, you
Hey,
know.
cool, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, one for Dad and one for I.
There you go.
Young Gravel!
Hey, that's great.
Thanks a lot for having us, guys.
Thanks a lot, eh?
Let us,
Appreciate it.
like, we want to give you some money for the tour.
No!
Cheers,
bullshit.
cheers.
Seriously, man.
No, seriously, really bullshit. You know, like,
Really?
you know, like Rebecca, she's my gal, right? And she does this stuff. I'm like, this guy's doing the band thing. I'm like, you don't need to charge these guys. It's not what it's about,
Aw,
eh?
man. All right, well,
it's not what it's about. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Thank you.
I would continually tour with them if we could, though.
Yeah.
The only reason we don't is because I guess it gets weird to be like, hey, it's us again. Same two bands on the road. But we're always trying to figure out a place we haven't toured so we could go do it together. It just works really well. Their music works really well with ours, and fans seem to like it. And then personality-wise, it's probably the best fit we've had. We've toured with a lot of nice bands, but we definitely get along with them the most.
I'm focusing on.
How long has this been going?
Yeah.
Made the mistake of going to play their set. So in that time, we're gonna punish them for that mistake by covering their van, filling it with newspaper. It's going pretty good.
I was just saying that finally we're paying these guys back for being so nice all the fucking time.
It gets really annoying.
It does. You're so, I don't know, and for being so handsome. But Jake just raised a very good point, which is that this fucker could go up if anyone lights a cigarette near it or anything like that. So I'm hoping that it's going to be a friendly prank, and we're not going to walk out to a smoldering wreck.
I'm planning
of
on
the van.
hotboxing it after.
Oh, nice. Because you guys, the window's already fucked up, right? So.
We just smashed that was prank number 1.
Yeah. As long as we don't light this guy on fire, I'm pro this prank.
Also, we're going back.
Lock that in the van. That'll be the double prank. Eh?
That'll show him.
Van's full of newspaper, and on a less funny note, we also lock the keys in it. This is awesome.
And amigos, we love this place.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Don't wanna raise
Close it down. Close it down.
Yeah, they just finished for sure. They unplugged. Can you distract me? Yeah.
Close it down. Keep it going. Keep it going. Come on, come on, come on. They're not going to come right out here.
They may just
They will
jam
come
right.
out.
Yeah, they may just
They
do
may
that.
come out here. Close it down. Close it down.
And lock it, eh?
That's fucking awesome.
Go, go, go.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry.
No, shut it down.
I see why you guys wanted my fucking. Why you wanted my. That's why you wanted my van key.
I know where I'm sleeping tonight.
That looks comfy in there. Actually.
Yeah, that actually is very comfortable. Yeah. I don't mind if I do.
What's the news, John?
We gotta go to the hotel, guys. Come on. Get in there. I'll meet you there.
The news is we're going.
Hold on.
It would have been way better if you just played a little longer.
Man, that must have taken a lot of work.
This is like a modern art installation. Can we get this thing in the MoMA?
Oh my god! I didn't know the extent of it.
Check it out.
Are you guys in? Yeah, you guys.
my
Obviously, you
God.
guys are involved in it.
Pretty amazing.
That is pretty fucking hilarious.
Hey, when do you be more angry, please?
Yeah, come on, seriously. You know how much fucking newspaper I got in my hand?
Well, it's not bad though. It's actually really comfortable in there.
Not that bad.
It's gonna be hard to find.
You know what?
things,
It's all right.
You know, it's all right. I got a feeling we're the kind of guys that's just gonna be in there for a long time.
Yeah, we're trying to keep the van fucking
We
clean.
probably won't even take it out. We'll probably just let it settle. And then once it's settled,
Yeah, we'll let it compress.
Nice job, guys.
and we'll have like
That's why I had to keep.
unlimited set list paper.
We got the brush off on that.
Alright, get over here.
Big red.
It's pretty
That's
good.
a whole lot of paper.
Honestly,
Pretty
from a
good.
distance, I thought it was like maybe the windshield was entirely shattered. I was like, not again.
I know, yeah, that's what I
Did
thought.
they get into a rock fight without us?
Yeah, I think what I've always liked about them is that they stick to their guns. You know, I think that's important. That ultimately you need to do what feels good in your gut. I think it's important that you're thoughtful about your musical decisions and you're thoughtful about all your decisions as a person. But I think with Young Rival, they know kind of the certain sound they're looking for, and it's uncompromising, and I think that's really brave, because I think it's easy for a band to try to get swept away into like what they think people want as opposed to what they just feel is right musically.
Sweet. Okay, so that's good. That's good party spirit. So what's going on after this show is we're having an after party, and we're gonna do another set on 2 Clark Street, and you're all invited. If you can get in, you can get in. Probably about 30 people. There's gonna be beers, and everybody's gonna be drinking. So let's have a party. You guys want to party? All right, let's fucking do it.
Well, I think that they're gonna just, regardless of what happens, they're gonna keep making awesome records and they're gonna keep touring. I don't think it's the type of thing where they need something huge to happen. But if it does, that'll only help, their ability to continue to do what they're doing in an awesome way. But really, those guys, they tour in a fucking minivan with, they don't really have crew and they just do everything themselves, and they just seem like the type of band that doesn't really need a whole lot from anybody. And maybe if, it gets to a point where, like, I can't imagine what kind of show they would put on if they had a 4-person crew with, lighting rigs or pyrotechnics or whatever. It's already such a fucking solid show. I don't know how it could really get much better, but I'm excited to see that happen.
There's not really like one crux of the issue that...
Yeah, I think there's all things we all don't want. Like, we don't want to be like some parody of ourselves, like some 3 old guys. Like, we always joke about giving it another 40 years whenever things aren't kind of working out. And it's just become a bit of a joke. Like, I'll give it another 40 years.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think that we're like in control enough in our own kind of like destiny, for what it's worth, to just, we won't become that because it's not us. Like, we'll make this work.
These days, it's just like, you just need some kind of lucky break or connections. Like, I think, like, they could have easily been in our shoes, like, for the Rolling Stone cover contest. Like, there's lots of Canadian bands that easily could have been in our shoes. Them being one of them. Like they're just a great band, and you know, just if they just keep touring and striving and just making the right connections, that they will get there. They will definitely get there because their songwriting is very strong. Their shows are great. The people that are into them are really into them. So I think if they just keep doing what they're doing and don't change it, they'll be just fine.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think that they are the standard formula for, you know, there's a funny word again, success. In Canada, I mean, if you look at the most popular Canadian bands, they don't really fit into that genre. But they do have lasting quality, and their songs are intelligent and cleverly written. And I think in the long term, that's going to benefit them.
I don't know. They're just the best. They're the best. Like hanging out with them as friends or as a band is great. But I really don't know what's going to happen to them. Much like I don't know what's going to happen to any band I know, including ours.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want these interviews to feel like they're from like we're at a lofty point of view. Like one day we're just going to reach down, grab them, pull them up to this next tier. Like there's.
I think we're all in the same tier.
We're all in the same tier. It's a big tier with many.
You're gonna shed a big tear.
Many tears inside that tier.
All I'm gonna say is I think they deserve to be bigger than they are, I guess. And that even that is so. What does that mean necessarily? What is, you know, how does one measure the bigness of a band? Is it by, you know, numbers that are at their shows? Is it by numbers of records sold? Is it by online numbers that could mean something or could not? Is it by how many friends they have? Is it by, you know, what they get on the rider? I don't know how to measure that. I just think, let me just put it this way. If they have a really great year this year and things start going really well for them, I'll just be happy for them, and I will not have anything to say about it other than good for those guys. They're hardworking. They've been doing it a long time. They are a great band, and they're fucking good every night, and they're great guys. So that's that, I guess.
Thank you so much, everybody. You've been a great audience. We have been Young Rival. This is going to be our last song. Cheers.
I think Canada is more open to different music. It seems like a lot of times people get excited about stuff. They aren't just basing it on what's trending or what's cool or what's on Pitchfork or something like that, but it's like people make choices themselves. And people are like looking for something different that's moving away from that, and I think they fall in the category that they're a band that works hard, goes out on the road, has a really good live show, and as a result, people are attracted to that because there's more to it. You know, a good album as well as a good live show, and not enough bands have that. And I think people are, you know, are into that, into bands that are doing something that is very different, but also like still accessible.
We're always trying to get further in some aspects, I think, and that will always be there, but I often come back to just the pure enjoyment of playing in it, like just the process of creating songs and recording and playing them. That is just something that you enjoy on its own. So there's no like that in itself is just a pleasurable thing to take part in, and whether or not there's things that happen because of it, that's kind of a bonus on top of it all.
But it's also like expression, right? It's like you feel like you have something to offer, so like you want to just like when you got this thing, you're like, come on, like people, like you gotta get in on like what we're doing, like this matters, and like I think what we're doing, we feel it matters, and it's fun, and so like if you have those two things working together, then like what's gonna stop you?
Yeah, you can. It's about priorities and what you want out of life. You know, it's not like drawing a line in the, like if you completely commit yourself to, you know, playing in a band, then you're gonna look at that like success failure thing in a whole different way. You know, if that record goes out and doesn't sell 10,000 copies and make you a pile of money, then you failed, right? Then you can't look at it and go like, you know, we put a record out, a lot of people enjoyed it, people come out, you know, we're growing a fan base here, people like us, you know, you're playing music, you're doing what you love to do, you have that outlet for yourself and as a band, and like that's a success in itself, really. It's not about what you're pulling in financially at the end of the day. But if you can take care of yourself and get the other things in your life that you want to have as well, then that's a great thing too, you know. And if you can manage all that, then you got it made. You're all set.
Anything embarrassing that has been caught to tape that you have one of those things where you thought, I really hope that's cut out?
Not that we're aware of, because we haven't really seen any footage. They might have all kinds of embarrassing footage that we're just on.
I did that Japanese prank call to the room next over
Yeah.
in my underwear. I don't know if that's gonna make it, but we'll see.
Fair enough.
This is Ding Hall Restaurant. Sure. I feel like they called me. Look at his underpants. Wow. Just wow. Just wow.